letní drinky, dechberoucí atmosféra a to nejatraktivnější, co domácí MMA scéna nabízí. Není lepší místo pro návrat fanoušků zpět na tribuny, než právě nejkrásnější turnaj roku z ikonické pražské Štvanice. Přání se stanou skutečností. Nejkrásnější turnaj roku se letos uskuteční. Večer, na který nezapomenete a hlavně událost, bez které by léto nebylo kompletní.
So the action continues here at Octagon 23, and making his debut and his way to the Octagon is Bruno Carvalho. Now this man is 34 years of age and a record of 5-0, perfect record in mixed martial arts. But you want to talk about striking acumen. This is somebody who has started kickboxing at the age of 16, has amassed a record of 27-11 in competitive kickboxing matches. Really believes in his striking. He really believes that he is evolving, though, as a mixed martial artist, and he will have a lot to prove, and he is looking to make a statement here tonight in the Octagon.
I'm really looking forward to Bruno Carvalho's performance tonight. I saw his fights before. He brings the aggression, he brings the hooks, he shortens the distance, and he lets his opponents play his game. He goes in there and he wants to finish with a KO or with a TKO.
When I was talking about these fights to Andre Novotny, he said this one may steal the show. It's low down on the card, but he said just the styles of these two and the fact that Bruno Carvalho really is intent on making Octagon his home and making a statement and rising through the ranks as quickly as possible, particularly at the age of 34. But you also look at where he's been training. So he's based in Lisbon, Portugal, with the Nobrega team, but also has been training at TriStar over in Montreal and Nova União in Rio de Janeiro. Tell me two better gyms in the world that you could go and you could grow as a mixed martial artist, that you could test yourself against some of the best in the world. So that, for me, shows his commitment alone.
I'm really looking forward for this one because from what I saw, Bruno Carvalho is all about shortening the distance and going in there with the hooks. And Mate Kertesz is the one who likes keeping his distance and countering very dangerous opponents. So for me, a perfect matchup.
And here he comes, Mate Kertesz, making his way back to the Octagon. And you said it just at the end of the walkout there for Bruno Carvalho. One of the things I've written down from watching this man fight is his footwork is deceptively good. He is a master of range and a master of counter-striking you when you do come forward and try and impose yourself on him. So when you look at the styles like this, it could be perfect for each of them. If Carvalho can get inside and take him out of his timing, Kertesz, then he might be able to use those big power hooks. But what we've seen time and time again, and what we saw with Christian Ljungberg in the split decision victory at Octagon 21, was just how good this man is. He's fought for the title before. He's proved himself in his last fight at Octagon 21 that he is still in that conversation. Can he take out the Lisbon Portuguese fighter looking to make his mark tonight?
Mate Kertesz already showed us that he can stand with very dangerous opponents. We saw that mainly in his fight against Rado Uškrt, where he stood and he took all those hooks, all those overhands from Rado Uškrt. And I must say, if I need to imagine one guy who I don't want to be hit by, it's Rado Uškrt. And Mate Kertesz is the one who took it and ended up that fight even with a win. So that's when he gained a lot of hearts of the Octagon fans, and let's see how he'll deal with it. So from now on,
And we look at how these two match at the tail of the tape. 34 years young is Bruno Carvalho against the 27-year-old Mate Kertesz. Height and reach on the side of the fighter from Hungary, Budapest.
Dámy a pánové, čeká nás další zápas welterové váhy. Vaším rozhodčím v oktagonu je Václav Přibyl. Pojďme si představit oba muže. Nejprve modrý roh. 34 let, 173 cm, 77,25 kg na váze. Nobrega tým pod trenérem Viktorem Nobregou má na svém kontě mezi profesionály v MMA 5 zápasů, 5 vítězství, všechny ukončil před limitem. Za Portugalsko v modrém rohu Bruno Carvalho! Červený roh, 27 let, 183 cm, 77,5 kg na váze. BSK CrossFit pod trenérem Rolandem Schildkrautem a Šabodulou má na svém kontě 12 zápasů, 9 vítězství, 5 ukončení a 3 porážky. 4 váhy za Maďarsko v červeném rohu Mate Cold-Blooded Kertesz!
Sir, 3 round, 5 minutes, follow my instruction. Do you know the rules? Yes, touch the gloves and go back to the corner, sir.
Do you know the rules? I hope so. It's a little late if they do not. So we are set. Mate Kertesz, cold-blooded in the red corner, taking on the Portuguese fighter Bruno Carvalho.
I need to go back to one thing that Andrei Novotny said in the promo. He said that Mate Kertesz never won 2 fights in a row. There is this pattern in his record that it's still 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss, and according to that, he's supposed to lose tonight, but I don't think he wants to at all.
And you saw a little bit of the striking prowess there of Carvalho with the spinning attack, and Mate Kertesz looking for the takedown instantly. And if we are just going on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu credentials, you have a blue belt in Carvalho taking on the purple belt in Kertesz. Oh, it looked like he almost had the Kimura set up there. And now we're going to see what the Portuguese fighter, the undefeated Carvalho, has off his back, looking to build his base and get back to his feet.
Kertesz started his career with the octagon as a mainly stand-up fighter, but later with his 2 fights with David Kozma, he later fell in love with takedowns of his own, and he's performing it right now against who better than aggressive striker as Bruno Carvalho.
Yeah, absolutely. This is certainly a game plan they will have talked through a number of times. Now trying to work their way past those thick, heavy legs of Carvalho. Look at that, sliding himself down, trying to get into side control. But there's a difference. So Carvalho has had 15 years, 16 years of striking. You kind of learn how to be efficient and use your cardio in that respect. But it's a lot different when you're fighting in a place which is not your comfort zone, right? You can burn yourself out if you are panicking in these positions.
Still, great job in standing up, and we'll see how he's learned to be when he's really low on energy, if he's still able to maintain his fighting style like we saw with Shiroki. Even though he looked so tired, he was still doing what he wanted to do. And once they separate, we'll see if Bruno Carvalho will be the same case.
And Bruno Carvalho now back to his feet, trying to turn back inside Kertesz, looking to drop to that single leg. Oh, Carvalho did well. Relentless pressure coming from Kertesz, though.
Yeah, Mate Kertesz put so much effort into taking him down, and he was defending it very well. But then just a single leg trip, and that's all he needed to put Carvalho flat on the back. But he doesn't want to be in the guard of Bruno Carvalho.
Oh, solid shots coming down. using that height and reach in this position very well indeed.
Great aim.
Oh, big shots.
You see that Mate Kertesz is all about precision. You know, he doesn't want to waste energy with just some fake shots, some pointing. He's just all about precision.
Oh, now Carvalho tries to make space. Does extremely well. Can he circle up here? But look again, Kertesz in on that single. Now they separate. Let's see what Carvalho can do. Back on the feet, back in his realm. Wearing some damage. The left eye's got some bruising, some swelling from those straight shots. And in goes Kertesz once again.
Kertesz doesn't want to risk anything, even though Carvalho looks a little tired after the scramble in the beginning of the round. His hands are lower, but still Kertesz doesn't want to risk anything. He sees a way for himself to win this fight on the ground, and he's quite confident in it.
Yeah, really is showing off some of his wrestling. Solid, relentless pressure in this first 4 minutes and 30 seconds of this opening round. Deep breaths coming from Carvalho now. And there's the numbers, 5 takedowns to 0 for Mate. Now switching around, final 10 seconds.
I must say, great job by Carvalho in defending and still being able to stand after 5 takedowns.
Deep breaths though there from the fighter from Portugal.
First we saw something like this when Mate Kertesz was fighting David Kozma. David Kozma was still going for takedown after takedown after takedown, and Mate Kertesz was still able to defend and to stand up from each takedown, and this is exactly what we're seeing right now.
But you can see that damage slowly building up on the Portuguese fighter. But Rastio, every round starts standing. But this is how the round started for Carvalho with that big takedown. A lovely level change from Kertesz. Great work, really.
Great. Mate Kertesz expected Bruno to step in with the hook, and there was just no questions about it. He changed his levels, went down for a takedown, and executed quite easily.
There we see another set of shots coming through the guard there of Carvalho. But as I said, each round starts standing, and we are set ready for round number 2. The cage door is closed. Mate Kertesz in the red corner taking on Bruno Carvalho in the blue. Let's see how long it takes Kertesz to try and get that takedown, or can Carvalho unleash those years of striking experience to turn the tide of this fight?
Great counter low kick by Mate. We can see right now sweat on both of these guys, and that makes it much tougher to grapple. But once again, Kertesz just waited for the offense of Bruno Carvalho, his notorious offense, and he went for a takedown.
There was a slight bit of desperation from Carvalho, trying to make something happen, and that forward momentum, that pressure was used against him by Kertesz. Now he finds himself in that position that he's, and you can see Kertesz trying to lock up that left arm behind the wrist, behind the back of Carvalho.
And he was even aiming for the hook under the legs, Khabib style.
Oh, now in full mount. Good work though from Carvalho. Regains half guard. That's impressive from the Portuguese fighter.
And Mate is all about trapping his opponent, either trap his arm or trap his legs. Just want to make his stay on the ground as uncomfortable as possible.
Staying heavy on his back as well. Nice short knee on the inside. Carvalho turning in. Kertesz just giving no space whatsoever.
No, he's tight, he's very tight. He just doesn't want to let go at any cost. This is where he likes to be, where he's in the range for a full mount directly to the face.
Carvalho still working his way back to the feet. Despite him being under this amount of pressure, it's still very impressive to see him time and time again find a way back to the standing position. And now he separates. Great work there from Carvalho.
Carvalho still looks... Oh! Carvalho was ready to show his fighting style there for a brief moment, but there was a very strange scramble. It looked even that Carvalho was ready to throw Kertesz, but it ended up once again as a successful takedown for Kertesz.
Yeah, still on this position again. This is where he started to build up some of the damage. Postured up. Happy to throw shots to the midsection as well, Kertesz. Oh.
And he gave up his back right now. Wanted to escape at all costs, and he gave up his back.
Kertesz, just look how high up the back is. He's making him carry every ounce of him. Oof, and back to the mat. Now we're starting to see a more despondent Carvalho. Oof.
Great timing with the takedown by Kertesz. He waited for Carvalho to turn just a bit to lose his stability, and that's when he went for a takedown as easy as it gets.
This is a phenomenal performance, a really, truly well-executed game plan against what is a dangerous striker in Carvalho. He has had no space to show off any of those strikes. And time again, he's been asked to mentally and physically dig deep to get back to his feet. Now they separate. 1 minute in round number 2. Can Carvalho make something happen?
Deep breath by Carvalho. Carvalho doesn't want to step in right now with anything because he knows that it can cause the takedown.
Oh, and look at that. There we are. Mate Kertesz saw Bruno Carvalho with his back to the cage again, and he used that to drive and execute another takedown. 9 takedowns executed by Mate Kertesz. We've got to be verging on some sort of octagon record.
I think Kozma performed 13 takedowns on him, so...
4 more to go, Mate, 4 more.
He wants to break his own record.
That's one way to turn it around for sure.
Everybody fights his demons in a different way.
Well, there will be demons in the mind of Carvalho now, and they are in the form of Mate Kertesz. Wow. So we've praised the game plan, the execution, the skill, the technique of Kertesz. Bruno Carvalho, what can he do? He doesn't seem to have an answer for the takedowns, and when he wants to close the distance, close the range, it's getting used against him.
Yeah, he had a brief moment there in the second when Mate didn't change the levels right away, and he didn't even throw any strike, yeah, here he engaged just a little too much, but afterwards when they were standing up, he just didn't finish any of the hooks. Those bodies just collapsed there, and I don't know if he has any answers right now, honestly.
But one thing we do know is he does possess a huge amount of power, and it might just be having confidence in those hands, trying to unleash and connect with the chin of Mate Kertesz. He has 5 minutes to change his fortune, to switch the tides.
Probably the only advice right now would be just to let it go. To let it go early and hope for the best.
And look at the numbers there, they say it all on Tip Sport. Oh, and again, there we go, Mate Kertesz wasting absolutely no time, giving no opportunity to Carvalho, and look how quickly he works his way up now into a half guard, almost full mount there.
Yeah, it's a very strange and risky decision when you don't want to be on the ground and you throw a round kick. It's exactly like, even worse than the low kick that we saw in the previous fights.
Yeah. And there's a phrase within mixed martial arts that there are levels to this game, and the level of wrestling and grappling and fight IQ of Mate Kertesz is on full display here at Octagon 23. And he doesn't force the positions either, he establishes them and lets Carvalho make a move, and then he's always one step in front. Oh, dropped and rolled, he landed on his face there. Oh, Carvalho now trying to make something happen.
Huge surprise there, I think. Mate was very surprised.
What a reaction from the Portuguese fighter. Still no quitting this young man.
Finally a breath of fresh air by Carvalho.
And that says a lot about him mentally, despite these difficult rounds and positions, to muster something. And Kertesz landed flat on his face there. That might have been that might have caused a few cobwebs.
And even afterwards, he was caught, I think, with a very short hook from knees or something like that in that mid position that made his head move. And he went right away for a takedown. There was not much thinking behind it.
Oh, that instinct stuck in, and now he finds himself back in that top position, back in half guard. Just fundamentally so sound in this position. Good head position, strong base, short shots, body, head. But Carvalho, it looks like he's trying to hold down an angry bull. Trying some acrobatics to try and maybe replay what happened earlier in the round.
He tried to use the sweat in his favor, you know, just to jump out of any position and go in front, but Mate is not letting go. He just wanted to keep it tight at all cost.
I don't think Superman could fly away from Mate Kertesz right now. That's how tight his grip is and how poised his control is during this fight. Now again Carvalho dropping, rolling, trying to make space. At least he's trying to make something happen. He's certainly not broken in mind or spirit, despite the fact losing this fight quite considerably to the grappling, the wrestling prowess of Kertesz.
Very nice ground and pound by Mate. I'm surprised. I don't know if he's not used to do it, but I'm surprised that Carvalho is not trying any submissions, because Mate Kertesz is starting to be a little reckless with all those limbs and hands on the body. He's leaving them there, and that can be a great opportunity for submissions, but it seems like it's not in Carvalho's arsenal.
Yes, certainly. Doesn't have any questions he can throw up from that position. Again, he's looking for this drop and roll, but Mate Kertesz just staying glued to him.
Yeah, these rolls are great, but they're just the setup for some submission or something like that to make your opponent move in a exact direction.
Oh, and now the crucifix position. He tried to make space and he's landed in this. That right arm trap between the legs. Does well to get that arm back and avoid too much damage from the elbows of Mate.
Yeah, just a small bridging was necessary for Carvalho to really release his hand, but these were very nice elbows.
Now Mate Kertesz looking to see this round out.
You see how slippery is it there? Oh!
Well, Mate Kertesz may have been in the driving seat for the majority of that fight, but that last little exchange shows how dangerous Bruno Carvalho is. But what a performance from Kertesz. That is just a beautifully executed game plan. Total control, total dominance, started to add up the danger, the damage. Talk us through some of this.
Yeah, this is the kick that wasn't supposed to be thrown. Ending up in easy takedown. This is it. Mate Kertesz is not throwing ground and pound at all costs. He's waiting for some opening, either to the body to be landed really properly or to the head. He's very, very intelligent, very high IQ in the both in the stand-up and on the ground.
We saw a little glimpse of that drop and roll that saw Kertesz land on his face and eat a hook as he tried to re-establish guard. But that was pretty much all the offense from Carvalho, and the numbers, my goodness. And I didn't carry on counting the 11, still not quite the record. But this may see Kertesz go, for the first time in his Octagon career, 2 wins in a row. Kertesz there, already breaking down the action. We are set to make this official. Let's hand it to Andrej Novotný.
Dámy a pánové, známe vítěze. 30-25, 30-25, 30-24 and 30-25, 30-24 a 30-25 dvakrát. Vše pro prospěch vítěze, all for the winner, kterým se stává Mate, the cold-blooded Kertesz. Mate, it was absolutely domination, whole fight, 11 takedowns. That was planned?
Sorry?
It was planned?
Yeah, it was absolutely planned.
You never think that you will try to stay in the stand-up and make some boxing
Yeah,
with Carvalho?
I'm trying to evolve because the referees like it more here in the Czech Republic.
Yeah,
So,
I think so.
so if it's about points, I have to go for the takedowns. I can't be lazy.
Okay. Anyone who you want to see next against you?
Anybody.
Okay. So we will see. Thank you very much,
Thank you
Mate.
very much.
Mate Kertesz říkal, že v podstatě rozhodčí to tady asi tak mají rádi spíš na body, tak se snaží vyvinout a snažil se vlastně odvést tu svoji práci. Doručil 11 takedownů, jednoznačně zvítězil a my v tuto chvíli jdeme dál na hlavní zápase první prelims karty.
You're like a ghost. You're haunting me.
Bezmála 1000 dní kralující šampion welterové váhy David Kozma bude čelit svému dosud nejnebezpečnějšímu vyzývateli. A tím není nikdo jiný než Leandro Apollo Silva.
Surprise, surprise, I'm here now. Kozma is a great fighter, but he hidden.
Král welteru se neschovává, titul OKTAGONu mi nikdo nevezme.
I'm gonna smash David Kozma. Check her pull butt.
Trojka polotěžké váhy Viktor Pešta.
Momentálně jednička divize Attila Vek. Tímto bych ho chtěl vyzvat.
David Spartan Hošek a jeho pověstné bomby. Proti němu Hulk ve službách OFI. Tarhan Ibragimov.
Já jdu za pojesem 84 kg. Já korol této kategorie.
Inkvizitor Miroslav Brož v souboji s Christianem Jungwirtem.
Tak teď už to bude přestřelka. A jedeme bez hlavy po dálnici.
V MMA neporažený Matěj Many Peňáz a Branislav Zuzák. A česká bantamová jednička Filip Macek versus Luka Jovine. 29.5. živě na oktagon.tv.